This is Elements of Poetry. First one is lines. Most poetry is arranged in lines or grouping of words. A line may not be a completed sentence. A poet may break or end a line to emphasize a word or an idea, or to create a pattern of rhythm or rhyme. Stanzas. A stanza is a group of lines that form a poem. Lines can be grouped to form stanzas. A two-line stanza is called a couplet. Three-line stanzas are called a tercet, and four-line stanzas are called a quatrain. Rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme is a pattern of rhymes at the end of lines. Each rhyme is assigned a letter of the alphabet, as shown below. Speaker. The speaker is a person or character who communicates the words of the poem. Imagery. Poets create word pictures for readers by using imagery or vivid language that appeals to the five senses. A simile. A simile uses the word like or as to compare two things. An example is the icy water hurt like 1,000 bee stings. A metaphor. A metaphor compares by describing one thing as if it were another. The icy water was 1,000 stinging bees. Personification. Personification assigns human qualities to a non-human subject, like the wind whistled throughout the day. An analogy explains or clarifies or illustrates by drawing comparisons. Like an example is boy is to girl as man is to woman. Allusions are directed or implied references to people, places, events, literary works, or artworks. An example would be, if it doesn't stop raining, I'm going to build an ark. An alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of initial consonant sounds. An example would be, she sells seashells by the seashore. Repetition. Repetition is repeated use of a word or a phrase. An example would be a Dr. Seuss book, because they say a lot of the same things over and over again. An onomatopoeia. An onomatopoeia is the use of words that imitate sounds. Connotation. A connotation is an idea or feeling that a word invokes in addition to its literal or primary meaning, and the connotation of the color blue would be sad. A denotation is the literal or primary meaning of a word in contrast to the feelings or ideas that the word suggests. The denotation of the word blue is the color blue. Tone. Tone is the attitude the writer projects in a poem. Word choice and other poetic elements work together to convey the tone of a poem. An example is, I can't wait to go on vacation, and the author's tone would be happy.